And we are back with the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to kickoff here in Grangeville. Your St. Mary's Lumberjacks getting set to take on the Grangeville Bulldogs in a 2A Central Idaho League showdown. The winner will be on to a state playoff game. The loser will be prepping for the basketball season. Taking a look at the standings for the 2A Central Idaho League Districts 1 and 2, St. Mary's, they are 9th in the power rankings. They are 1-0 in league play, 2-1 overall. Their last game was a win over the Orofino Maniacs by a score of 20-0 in St. Mary's on October the 24th. The Grangeville Bulldogs, 7th in the 2A power rankings, 1-0 in league play, 3-2 overall. They lost to Melba 35-20 on the 23rd of October. And Orofino, who is finished for the season 15th in the power rankings, 2-0. Actually, they finished 0-2 in league play, 1-2 overall on the season was their final record. Looking at the polls and the power rankings, Westside sits at number 1 of the power rankings for 2A, North Fremont number 2, Declo number 3, Melba number 4, Firth number 5. In the media polls, Westside is still number 1, North Fremont still number 2, Melba number 3, Declo number 4, and Firth is number 5. In the coaches poll, it is Westside number 1, North Fremont number 2, Melba number 3, Declo number 4, and Firth number 5 in the coaches poll. That's been a look at the standings and the rankings. Let's take a 3-minute break, and we'll be back with more. And we are back with more of the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to kickoff here on KOFE. Taking a look at the Lumberjack offense through 3 games. The Lumberjacks are averaging 31 points per game as a team. They are tallying around 324 yards per game, passing yards 120, rushing yards 204. Lumberjacks averaging 14 yards per completion and 6 yards per carry in the run game. Lumberjacks have tallied up 16 big plays in their 3 games they've played. Those are plays of 20 yards or more. Turnovers, they've lost 7 fumbles and they've thrown 4 interceptions. Conversions, third down conversions for St. Mary's, 9 for 27 for 33%. Fourth down conversions, the Lumberjacks are 6 of 11 for 55%. Taking a look at the leaders on offense for St. Mary's, at least statistic-wise. Senior Eli Gibson, 26 of 54, 48% passer completion rating, a 75 quarterback rating, 360 total yards with 6 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Eli Gibson also leads the team in rushing for the season so far, 47 carries, 312 yards, 2 touchdowns, 7 yards per carry, 104 yards per game. Sam Martin, he is second in the run game. He has 27 carries for 152 yards, a touchdown, 6 yards per rush, and 51 yards per game. In the receiving side of things, Tristan Nelson, he is a junior, has 12 receptions for 196 yards, 4 touchdowns. He averages 16 yards per reception and 65 yards per game. Quentin Ramsey, he has 6 receptions, 80 yards, 1 touchdown, 13 yards per reception, and 27 yards per game with 1 touchdown. He also has 115 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Quentin Ramsey also has a kickoff return for a touchdown. He is a senior. That's a look at the Lumberjacks offense. Let's take a 3-minute break and we'll be back with more. And we are back with more of the countdown. Potlatch number 1, Federal Credit Union countdown to kick off. Now we'll take a look at the Lumberjack defense. We are here in Grangeville getting ready for the Lumberjacks and the Bulldogs to do battle here on the gridiron. Both teams out here on the field warming up on a cold night here in Grangeville. Not quite as cold as it was last Saturday in St. Mary's, but it's still pretty chilly. The breeze is not helping those things much. Taking a look at the defense, Lumberjacks are allowing just 13 yards per game. They are allowing 139 yards total per game, with 39 passing and 100 rushing yards per game. Third down conversions for opposing teams, they were only completing 10 of 33 on the third down conversions, 30%, and they are converting 3 of 10 on fourth down conversions for 30%. The Lumberjacks have forced 8 fumbles, and they also have 6 interceptions on the season. Lumberjack defense has only allowed 7 big plays on the 3 games we've played. Most of those big plays actually came against Timberlake. Allowed Timberlake a few big plays. They did not allow Orofino last week any big plays in the game. They've sacked the opposing quarterback 4 times and have, well, that says 8. I think we have more than that. 14 tackles for loss, I do believe, for the Lumberjacks. Defensive leaders, Kyle Seibert leads in tackles. He has 22 tackles, 2 sacks. And it says he has 14 tackles for loss. Quentin Ramsey has 2 interceptions. Tristan Nelson has 2 interceptions for the Lumberjacks. Let's take a 3-minute break, and we'll be back with more. We are back, Tim Parrish, live here in Grangeville. The Pollock's #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to kickoff. The Lumberjacks taking on the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs, of course, 2A Central Idaho League. I believe they are District 1. I think St. Mary's is District 2. They are coached by Jeff Adams in his 4th season at the helm of the Bulldogs. He has been with the Bulldogs for quite a while. He was an offensive coach for quite a while with Grangeville. Their record last year was 5-4. They have a 3-2 record this year. They lost to McCall, which is a 3A team now. They were 2A last year, but they moved up. And they also lost to 2A Melba last week. The loss to Melba was 35-20 last Friday. Their championship titles, they have one in 2011 and one in 2015. Watched some film on the Bulldogs. It showed that they like to run the ball, and they like to run it a lot. Their workhorse is number 36, Caleb Fry. He is a junior. He seems to get most of the touches, and most of his runs seem to go to the middle of their offensive line. They also handed off to number 17, junior Nelson Bruzas, and number 18, Tori Ebert, who is a senior. But they run those guys a little bit with misdirection and crossbuck type stuff from the backfield. Those guys, they usually have one running back lined up with the quarterback, and then the other running backs line up towards the end of the line, and they kind of use some motion with those guys. Let's see here. In the game against the Maniacs that they played a few weeks back, they also had several designed runs that look like for the quarterback, Junior Miles Lefebvre. So there's no telling what they'll do running the ball here tonight. They don't throw it a lot, but they will when they have to, and they don't do a bad job at throwing the ball. I couldn't really pinpoint a favorite receiver watching film for them, because they just don't throw it a whole lot. This game here, like I mentioned earlier, is for all the marbles, and it is also for a trip to the state playoffs. Technically speaking, this game should have been wrapped up a few weeks ago, and whoever would have won this game, if it would have been played on time, would actually have a bye this week and would be waiting to play until next week. So, but due to some circumstances, we had to reschedule this game and play it today. Other state tournament or playoff games are happening this weekend and tonight. Let's see here. That being said, you should expect the unexpected here. What we see on film from the Bulldogs may not be what they do here this evening, and the same goes for the Lumberjacks. Also, the Bulldogs, they have played 5 games. The Lumberjacks have played 3. Thank you. Which, the Lumberjacks have played just 3 games, which in one way could help the Jacks. It could also be bad on them. The Lumberjacks have less video that Grangeville has to look at, and the Lumberjacks could run some different plays tonight in some different formations that may not show up on those films, so that could help the Lumberjacks. But also the Bulldogs have a little bit more time under their belt. They have a little bit more fluidity with their offense and everything, so that could work either way for both teams. So again, we're just going to have to see what happens here. This is only the second game, for the Lumberjacks after they had about a month off without playing a game. So it's just going to have to wait and see how things end this evening. In any case, that's a look at the opponents, the Grangeville Bulldogs. Let's take a 3-minute break, and we'll be back with more. Super stop, super stop, super stop, super stop. And we are back, finished up the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off, just about kickoff, about 3.5 minutes until opening ceremonies. Lumberjacks had left and went back to the locker room for a quick warm-up and some last-minute instructions before this thing gets underway. I do have an update on Lumberjack girls volleyball. Sadly, I have to report that they lost the fourth set in the state playoffs, and they have finished their state tournament action over in Bull, Idaho. So they lost the first set of the second match of the day earlier this evening, and then they won the second match and they lost the second two. So Lumberjack girls, I'm sure they battled hard down there and played with all they could, but they just couldn't quite get things done down there for the season. So their season is wrapped up. Good job on a great season for you girls, and now I guess it's to move on to the basketball season. Taking a look at some information on these 2A Central Idaho League matchups. The Lumberjacks versus Grangeville are just 1-7. They've only beat Grangeville one time since joining the 2A ranks in 2012. That win was in the 2016 season when Lumberjacks went undefeated and won the championship that year. Against Orofino, they are 5-5. They actually have one more game played against Orofino than Grangeville because the Lumberjacks actually played the Maniacs in the playoffs back in 2014. So that is a little bit of the matchups between the Central Idaho League teams. Lumberjacks will be looking to get their second win over the Grangeville Bulldog football team here today. I want to make a quick announcement on the Lumberjack Hall of Fame banquet and auction. The Booster Club auction has been postponed. This is due to Idaho being rolled back to stage 3 of the Idaho Rebounds COVID stuff, so they're only allowed 50 people indoors for gatherings, so that does not work for the auction. I did read that they are going to try to reschedule that for sometime in the spring, so that is an update on the Booster Club auction. There is some stuff going on tomorrow for Halloween in St. Mary's, some stuff on Main Street as well. The Elks Annual Youth Carnival, though, that was canceled. That was supposed to be tonight. That was canceled as well. So that's just a few upcoming events, and hopefully most of those events will get underway like normal. Let's take a look at the District 2 officials for tonight's game. We've got referee Corky Fazio, umpire Pat Laney, head linesman Jamin Udi, line judge is Mike Tatko, and back judge is Dan Davenport. Let's go ahead and let's keep it right here let's go ahead and take a 2-minute break. And we are back. Teams being announced on the field. Lumberjacks announced as a team. No starting lineups for them. The Orofino Maniacs, they are the Grangeville Bulldogs are announced, of course, as they are doing their starting lineups. Oh, let's see. But let's go ahead and take a look at what are the probable starters for the Lumberjacks. We're going to go with defense since Lumberjacks are the visiting team. At defensive back, number 2, 5'7", 140-pound sophomore Jared Badgett. At defensive back, it'll be number 4, Tristan Nelson, a junior. It'll be number 9 at defensive back, Quentin Ramsey. Be number 10, Eli Gibson at safety. It'll be number 18, Dylan Larson at linebacker. Also at linebacker, number 21, Sam Martin at linebacker. Number 30, Sean Hunter at linebacker. Number 55, Jimmy Taylor. On the defensive line, it'll be Les Prayer, number 68, Adam Rouse, number 70, and Delbert Lamson, number 77, for the starting defensive line for the Lumberjacks. The offense for the Bulldogs at quarterback will be Miles Lefebvre, number 1. Wide receiver, Ryan Cuthbert, number 4. Number 17 at wide receiver, Nelson Bruzas. Also at running back, a senior, number 18, Tori Ebert. At running back, number 36, Caleb Fry, a junior. Tight end, number 44, senior Dane Lindsley. And number 50 at offensive line, a senior Adam Sabota. Number 51 on the offensive line, Marshall Schlabowski. Number 66, offensive line, Isaac Dewey. Also offensive line, number 68, Ethan Taylor. And offensive line, number 79, Jeffrey Hickman. The captains are at midfield for St. Mary's. It is Eli Gibson. I cannot see the number on the Bulldog jersey. They are going over the it might be Miles Lefebvre, the quarterback. They're going over the coin and going over some ground rules before the coin flip. St. Mary's will call heads or tails on the flip. It is number 16. It looks like a number 16. I don't have a 16 on my roster. St. Mary's appears to have won the toss, and the Lumberjacks will defer to the second half. Lumberjacks will go on defense first. The Bulldogs will go and defend the west end zone. Lumberjacks, the east end zone. So St. Mary's will do the kickoff. Kicking off for St. Mary's will be number 24, Grayson Sands, a new addition to the Lumberjack roster. He is the goalkeeper for the Lumberjack soccer team. Soccer season got over, and he decided to step on the gridiron. So Lumberjacks will be defending the east end zone, and I am sitting on the north side of the field in the stands with the rest of the Lumberjack fans. So I don't know, it was either number 16, maybe it was number 18, maybe it was Tori Ebert being the captain for Grangeville. Back deep for the Bulldogs, it should be kick returners Miles Lefebvre and also Tori Ebert. And it is. No, actually it is Nick Bruzas and Miles Lefebvre. Grayson Sands puts the ball on the tee and lines up the Lumberjacks as they get ready to get this game underway from Grangeville. The whistle blows, and the kick is away. It's going to go to the sideline, and it's going to be picked up on the sideline. Back at it's inside. It's at about the 30-yard line is where it's going to be kicked, and no return really, and that's what we'll call it. So the Bulldogs will start 1st and 10 on their own 30. See what kind of formation they come out with. They've got one receiver here to the near side. That is Bruzas, number 17. And it actually looks like a little bit of a different formation what I've seen on film, is it looks almost like Jared Lindsley's going to line up in the eye behind the quarterback Lefebvre. waiting to get things settled here as the Bulldogs now ready for the snap. One receiver to the near side. Going to hand it off. The handoff was to Caleb Fry up the middle. And he picks up 2. Looked like it was number 32 for the Lumberjacks, Ethan Kohler, on the tackle. The next run was a bigger run for Grangeville, and that one was handed off to number 18 as Torrey Ebert. He picks up about 7 yards, and the Bulldogs right back to the line of scrimmage as they work quickly as they're up tempo. They actually gave them a first down on that last carry, and the Bulldogs, Caleb Fry runs that one, and he picks up only about a yard. And they're quickly back to the line of scrimmage, though. The snap, the handoff again up the middle. That's to Lindsley, Jared Lindsley, and he powers his way forward. He's tackled by Kyle Seibert as the Bulldogs are trying to run the ball quickly here. Again, back there, the ball was left on the ground this time, and the quarterback drops it. I think the Bulldogs do fall on it, but they lost a ton of yards. So it'll be 3rd and long. So it's 3rd and about 10 for Grangeville. Now they have a little bit of a different formation, no receivers. Oh, it's actually a punt. It's 4th down. The catch is by Ramsey at the 25. The punter was, of course, I have that down here, that is Caleb Fry. That punt is down to the 20 and returned for a few yards by Quentin Ramsey. Lumberjacks come out in the wedge to start their first offensive possession. Now they flex out of that. They've got 2 receivers top of the formation. It's going to be a handoff, and met in the hole quickly, trying to spin off the tackle, but can't do it for St. Mary's. Trying to see who that is that was on the carry. It was Sam Martin, and I think he lost a yard on the carry. So 2nd and 11 for the Lumberjacks, back on the 26-yard line. Again, Lumberjacks wedge up. Now they shift out of it. They take all the receivers to the top of the formation. Nope, a little miscommunication on that. We've got 2 to the near side and 1 to the top of the formation. Gibson in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He's being chased. He's going to look for an outlet. He's going to escape one guy, and he's going to just wisely throw it out of bounds and get rid of it. Third and 12, it looks like, for the Lumberjacks. Again, Lumberjacks line up in wedge. Getting their play call in. Now it looks like they're going to stay in wedge. Now they shift out of it. Nelson comes to the near side for wide receivers. In the slot is Ramsey. The snap. He's going to try the quick throw, and it's going to be off of his hands, incomplete. So that'll bring up 4th down. Lumberjacks will send out the punt unit. Grayson Sands takes over the punting duties for the Jacks. This will be his first punt in a game situation. Lumberjacks getting the rest of their personnel out there for the punt team. So 9:10 to go in the first quarter. No score. Both teams have had a possession. They've both been fairly quick possessions. Long snapper is Tristan Nelson. Takes the snap. And a beautiful punt by Sands. It's going to be fielded at the 49-yard line is where he's going to dive on that. No return. Not going to worry about who that was that caught it. 9:01 to go in the first. No score. Lumberjacks, Bulldogs doing battle here in Grangeville. Bulldogs go back on offense. They've got one receiver at the top of the formation. It's going to be a handoff to Fry. And Fry tries off the far side of the line. He's going to pick up a few, maybe 5 yards on the carry. Bulldogs quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Same formation, hand off the opposite side this time. Again to Fry, and he's going to get close to the first down, and the flag comes in at the end. That may be a face mask against St. Mary's. I believe it was a face mask. I was looking down at the time. So it should be a 15 yards added to the end of that. And the Bulldogs onto the Lumberjack side of the field, 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line. Again, the snap. The Bulldogs try to take it up the middle, and Lumberjacks there to squash that for a short tackle. A short gain. Dylan Larson in on the tackle for the Lumberjacks. And that was Dane Lindsley on that carry for a yard. Next snap is going to be a pass. Rolling out is Lefebvre, and he's going to get forced out of bounds, or forced to the sideline and sacked by Ethan Kohler all the way back to the 45. So it should be 3rd and about 19 as the Bulldogs back to the line of scrimmage. Same formation. They're going to fake the handoff, roll to the near side. They throw it on a little short out to Lindsley, and keep Eli Gibson there for the big tackle. He got a few yards out of it, but not very many. Bulldogs go to punt. Caleb Fry on the punt. Back deep for Lumberjacks is Burris, or is Ramsey. Low snap. He gets it away. And it's going to be fielded at about the 5. And he's slung around at the 10, slung down at the 10-yard line. So about a 5-yard return for Burris. And still no score. 6:48 to go in the first quarter. Lumberjacks deep on their own side of the field. Lumberjacks have 2 receivers top of the formation, one on the near side, Gibson in a shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Finds a little opening behind his blockers. Waiting to see where they mark that ball. Gain of about 5 yards for Eli Gibson. Lumberjacks break the huddle. Back to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers near side. Ball on the near hash mark. Tristan Nelson to the top of the formation. Gibson in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Keeps it again. Finds a crease. He's behind his blockers. Breaks out into open field and brought down at about the 25-yard line. First down for the Lumberjacks. 1st and 10 for St. Mary's, up to the 25, still on their own side of an injured player for Grangeville. And we're going to take a break as he is down on the field. We'll be back in 1 minute. St. Mary's on KOFE 1240 AM. It's also on YouTube, if they can find our Facebook page. And we are back, as they did get the injured player up and helped off the side of the field for Grangeville. It was number 4, the senior wide receiver, Ryan Cuthbert, and he's also a linebacker. So we hope that he is okay. Lumberjacks break the huddle, 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. 2 receivers top of the formation. Nelson down here to the near side. Takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Martin. Martin finds a crease, and he's just barely tripped up, but he powers forward for the first down. A nice run there by Sam Martin as he was able to finish the run, falling forward and pick up about 11 yards. And the first down for St. Mary's. Lumberjacks now up to the 36-yard line, still on their own side of the field. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Gibson shotgun. He has Martin flanked to the near side. Takes the snap. He's going to pull that ball out late, and he's only going to pick up a couple of yards, but it is still positive yardage. Actually, it's about a lot bigger gain than I thought it was. It was about a 4-yard pickup for Gibson. 2nd and about 6 from the, I believe that is the 39-yard line. Nelson again here to the near side. 2 receivers top of the formation. Ramsey in the slot. Gibson takes a snap, keeps it himself. Powers forward, carrying the pile. I think Gibson's got another first down. A run of about 7 for Eli Gibson. Lumberjacks moving the ball well. 4.5 to go in the first quarter. No score. Lumberjacks 1st and 10 on their own 47-yard line. Lumberjacks in the huddle. Looks like they're going with the same formation. They've got Nelson here to the near side, Ramsey in the slot, Harvey the far out wide receiver. Near side is where the ball is at. Gibson takes the snap, gives the handoff to Martin, and Martin runs into a wall after picking up about a yard. I'm going to give him 1 yard. They didn't give him a very good mark on that. It didn't look like. I thought he picked up a little bit more than that. It's more like back to the line of scrimmage. Lumberjacks got to get their personnel right out there. Lumberjacks break the huddle. They've got 1 receiver to the near side. That's Jared Badgett. Far side is Nelson or Harvey and Burris, and now we've got a flag. That's thrown from way back there. Delay a game, I do believe, as Lumberjacks took a little bit too much time to get that play off. So it should be 2nd about 14. No penalty. They pick up the flag. So it's still 2nd and about 10 for Lumberjacks. A little bit of miscommunication, I think, between the refs there. Badgett to the near side for the Lumberjacks. Up the top of the formation is Harvey and Ramsey. Gibson in the shotgun. Takes the snap, keeps it himself, powers forward, picks up about 4. And Sean Elliott in there blocking all the way to the end of the play, a little bit beyond. I don't even think they gave him, I think they only gave him about 3 yards. So it's 3rd and 7 for the Lumberjacks. Not quite to the 50-yard line yet. Back into the game for the Lumberjacks. I think he had some equipment issues. Is Tristan Nelson, also into the game, Dylan Larson. Break the huddle up the line of scrimmage. 1 receiver near side, 2 to the top of the formation. Gibson takes the snap, looking to throw. He's got a little bit of time. He's going deep to Nelson. Nelson goes up high, but it's just knocked out of his hands by Lefebvre. Fourth and 7 for the Lumberjacks, and they'll send out the punt team as Grayson Sands will go out to punt. Had a beauty the last time. It went all the way to the opposite side of the 50 as it was a punt from quite a ways back, so he could possibly pin Grangeville back deep. The snap. Sands gets it down. Oh, and that one is shanked. It's a high punt. That's going to bounce out of bounds at about the, well, he's going to mark it right at the 50. So I shouldn't have jinxed Grayson Sands there. That was only about a 4-yard punt. So the Bulldogs will have it first and 10 from the 50 with 2:03 to go in the first quarter. No score from Grangeville. Bulldogs in the huddle. Quarterback coming out, bringing the play from the sideline. Into the line of scrimmage. It's a handoff to Fry. Fry finds the edge on the far side and rambles forward for about 4 yards. Bulldogs quickly back to the line of scrimmage. One receiver top of the formation. I formation. They hand it right off to Lindsley, and Lindsley finds a gap, and he's powers forward, and he's going to take that ball up to about the 33-yard line. Big run by Dane Lindsley. 13-yard gain for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs back into that hurry up to the line of scrimmage. One receiver top of the formation. Running backs in the I formation behind. They're going to hand it off to Fry. Fry tries to dance his way through the line. He's going to pick up a couple, maybe 5. Looks like a gain of 5 for Caleb Fry. Now the Bulldogs huddling up here a little bit. Break the huddle up the line of scrimmage. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Still no score. Same formation. The snap, they're going to hand it off, and again it's to Caleb Fry, and he's going to be met in the hole for a short gain. Maybe 2 yards. Well, maybe a little bit longer than that. It's about 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2. Bulldogs back up the line of scrimmage, same formation. Take the snap, they're going to hand it off to the outside. Actually, no, they didn't hand it off to the outside. There was actually number 18, Tori Ebert, with the run. That one misdirected me, and they got only a yard or so out of it. It's 4th and short for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs going for it. Maybe not get it off before the time runs out. It's off. So that's the end of the first quarter. There is no score here in Grangeville between the Lumberjacks and the Bulldogs. We'll be back in 1 minute. And we are back. It is 4th and short, and the Bulldogs run it off tack. And we are back. The Bulldogs picked up the first down on 4th and short. This next play was a run by Lefebvre, and he's going to be tackled for no gain, actually a short loss. So 2nd and 11 for the Bulldogs, down to the 19-yard line of St. Mary's. The snap, the handoff up the middle to Lindsley, and Lindsley powers forward for a few yards. I say a few yards, but it's more like 6 for Lindsley. The ball is on the 13-yard line. Lumberjack defense needs to stiffen up here. Same formation. They're going to look for the throw this time, and it's too far. Intended for number 18, Torrey Ebert. One of the Lumberjack defenders. I didn't quite see a number on who that was, but Ebert ran right into him, and he picked him up off the ground, but he almost helped him catch the ball. It's 4th down, I guess. And it's about 5 to go. Grangeville running out the field goal unit. But it could be a fake. You got to watch that. It's number 8, Josh Nichols, going to attempt the kick. And it is no good. Wide. It wasn't blocked, but it's not giving me an option for the no good on there, so Lumberjacks will take over 1st and 10 with 10:33 to go in the half. They're on the 13-yard line of the Bulldogs, or on their own 13-yard line. So still no score here from Grangeville. Lumberjacks break the huddle. Got 2 receivers top of the formation, 1 to the near side. Gibson in the backfield by himself, empty backfield for the Lumberjacks. Gibson calls for motion. That's Burris. He's going to fake the handoff to Burris, keep it himself, and he is tripped up by just one tackler. Picks up 3 yards. Lumberjacks back up to the line of scrimmage. Calling for motion. Taking a snap. Gibson keeps it again. Powers forward. Picks up a couple more yards by Gibson. Brings up 3rd down. Ball is up to the 25. 3rd and 5 for Lumberjacks. 1 receiver to the bottom of the formation, 2 receivers top of the formation. Gibson, empty backfield, calls motion, takes a snap. Now he's looking to throw. He's escaping coverage. He's going to Nelson, and Nelson makes the catch at the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down for the Lumberjacks. I believe that was Ryan Cuthbert, who was the injured player earlier. He is back into the game for Grangeville. Good to see. Hate to see injuries. So Lumberjacks moving the ball a little bit here. 1st and 10 on their own 40. Two receivers go to the top of the formation, one to the near side. Gibson, empty backfield, calls for motion, takes the snap. Gonna give the handoff to Burris, and Ramsey picks up a yard or two. Second and 9 for the Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks in the huddle, switching out some personnel. Jared Badgett checks into the game. Lumberjacks break their huddle up to the line of scrimmage. Badgett comes to the near side for St. Mary's. To the top of the formation is Sean Elliott and Harvey. Gibson, empty backfield, calls for motion. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Gibson's going to keep it himself, and he's going to power to this near side, and he gets up to about the 50-yard line. Third down and about 5 for the Lumberjacks. No, the ball is not on the 45, just about. Lumberjacks break the huddle up to the line of scrimmage. Defensive battle so far here this evening. Two receivers to the top of the formation, one to the near side for St. Mary's. Gibson, empty backfield, calls for motion. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Now he's looking to throw. He's got time. He's going deep to Nelson, and it's just over his head and just out of reach of his hands. Nice touch on that. Nelson just needed one more step to get to that. That brings up 4th and 4, and Lumberjacks will see if they can flip the field. Back deep for Grangeville is Lefebvre. Punting for the Lumberjacks, Grayson Sands. Gibson Sands, it's a low snap. He's able to pick it up, and it's blocked. Lumberjacks fall on it, but that was a rough one as that one was blocked. The Bulldogs have the ball. Looks like they have it at the 30 after the block. That wasn't really on Sands. The snap was a little bit low. Grayson couldn't field it cleanly, and it just got right blocked back down. The Bulldogs going to pass. They're looking deep. They've got a receiver, and he had it for a second, diving towards the end zone, but it pops out of his hands. That was intended for Reese Weimer. He just couldn't quite hold on to that as he laid out for it. He got free of the Lumberjack defense on a crossing route from the far side of the formation. He got out there in the open. I formation for the Bulldogs. Take the snap. They're going to hand it off up the middle. Powering forward for a nice chunk of yardage there was Dane Lindsley. He picks up 8 on the carry. Third and about 3 yards for Grangeville. The snap, they're going to they do hand it off. On the carry was Fry, and he picks up the 3 yards needed. Ball down to the 19 of St. Mary's. Grangeville threatening deep in Lumberjack territory. 6:14 to go in the first half, no score. Bulldogs break the huddle up the line of scrimmage. One receiver at the top of the formation, no other receivers out. The snap, they're going to hand it off to Lindsley, and Lindsley's going to be bottled up after a short gain. Yard pickup by Dane Lindsley. They've been powering that ball up the middle a lot. St. Mary's needs to be prepared for them to try to run something outside on a toss or something. This time they are trying a bit of a reverse. Dylan Larson almost had it bottled up in the backfield, but he's able to slow it down, and I don't think there's any gain on that, as Larson almost had him for the loss, but he was just able to stiff arm him and just get past him. And I actually think it was still a loss on the play, as it was. It is 3rd and 11, so the Lumberjacks hold them to a loss on that one. 3rd and 11 from the 20 of St. Mary's. Same formation. Lefebvre, he's going to keep it himself this time, and he's only going to get a few yards as he tried to run it up the middle. Going to give him a gain of about 4. 4th and 7 for the Bulldogs. Change of personnel as they're going to go for it this time, it looks like. 4.5 to go in the first half. Still no score from Grangeville. One receiver to the near side. The snap. They're going to fake the handoff. He's rolling to the near side. He's looking to go deep, and it's overthrown. Seeing who that was intended for. Number 18, who is Tori Ebert. Just too much under that. Goes out the back of the end zone. Good coverage from the Lumberjacks. I didn't catch who was in coverage. 4:18 to go. Still no score. Lumberjacks backed up on their own 16-yard line. Lumberjacks need to get all their personnel out there. They've got Nelson coming to the near side. In the slot is Ramsey. Outside receiver, far side is Harvey. Gibson in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Martin. Martin with a nice run up the middle. Six-yard gain by Sam Martin. 2nd and 4 for the Lumberjacks up to the 22-yard line, their own 22. Lumberjacks break the huddle. Looks like they're going back to the empty backfield look. You've got one receiver to the near side, 2 to the top of the formation. Gibson in the shotgun. Gibson calls for motion, takes the snap. I'm not sure. I think that was they're trying to reverse that the other way on a run, but the Bulldogs sniffed it out as Dylan Larson was the carrier, and he was hit unblocked. I think it was about a 3-yard loss, and now it's 3rd and 7 for the Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks change their personnel once again. Send Sam Martin back in for the running back position. Sean Elliott also exits the field. Nelson comes to the near side for wide receivers. Top of the formation is Harvey. In the slot is Ramsey. Gibson in the shotgun, flanked by Martin. Takes a snap. Going to fake the handoff. Gibson keeps it himself, and he's going to be met by a wall. I think he may have picked up a couple of yards, but nowhere near what he needed. Fourth and about 5 for the Lumberjacks. Actually, 4th and 6, and the Lumberjacks will punt. Defensive battle here tonight in Grangeville. 2:24 to go in the first half. Still no score. See if they can get a good snap here to him this time. Grayson gets it. Nice spiraling punt. Fielded on the run. A stiff arm by Lefebvre, and he's going to be forced out of bounds by Dylan Martin, but after a pretty good return, I believe it was fielded close to the 50. And he's going to take it to the 35-yard line of St. Mary's. Forced out of bounds by Dylan Larson. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Still no score. Bulldogs break the huddle. They come up to the line of scrimmage. One receiver to the near side. Lefebvre takes a snap, hands it off to Fry, and there's going to be a flag that comes in. He picks up a few yards, but there is a penalty. And it's going to be a hold, I do believe, against the Bulldogs. Should be first. And let's see if it's first and 20 or first and, it's usually from the point of the foul, so it's first and 19. We'll call it 20. First and 20 for the Bulldogs. Back up to the Lumberjack 45-yard line. Bulldogs break the huddle. I formation, one receiver top of the formation. They're going to fake the handoff. Rolls to the far side for the pass. Instead, Lefebvre keeps it as he's got room to run. He's going to slip a couple of tackles. He's trying to step out of another one, but he's finally brought down after a pretty nice pickup there. The ball is up to, I think, the 30. I think it's up to the 30. The snap, and the Bulldogs take it to the outside. It's a run this time by Gochner. There is a flag on the play. No, not a fumble. And it's against the Lumberjacks. Not sure what the penalty was. Almost sounds like personal foul, possibly. So the ball is all the way up to the 12. First and 10 from the Lumberjack 12. Bulldogs, same formation. They're going to hand it off up the middle. It's Lindsley, and Lindsley squeaks through for a gain of about 4. Timeout taken by the Bulldogs. A 3-yard pickup by the Bulldogs as they take their timeout. We'll take it 2. We'll be back in 30 seconds. And we are back. Lumberjack, or the Bulldogs, took a quick timeout, whereas they only have 43 seconds left in the first half. Looking at stats real quick, total offense for Grangeville is 74 yards. For St. Mary's, it's 85. Bulldogs break the huddle out to the line of scrimmage. One receiver top of the formation. Everybody else in tight. The snap, they're going to hand it off. It's a reverse, and the Bulldogs pick up a nice chunk. They may have actually gotten into the end zone. And they say no touchdown. I'm not sure who carried that for Grangeville. I'm thinking it might have been Fry that carried it, but I'm not sure. That's what I'm going to give it to, is it's going to be first and goal. Ball looks like it's on the 2-yard line. 30, just about 32 seconds left in the first half. Waiting here for a moment. Bulldogs getting some instruction from their coach here in the timeout. Still no score. Bulldogs knocking on the door, though, to try to score before the end of the first half. Still in the huddle with their coach. The ref's blowing the whistle saying, hey, get out here. One timeout left for Grangeville. The Bulldogs up to the line of scrimmage. Look up, pack that middle of that line. Lefebvre under center. He's going to keep it, and he's not going to get there, I don't think. No, they do say he does get there. So the first touchdown of the game comes with only about 30 seconds left on the clock in the first half. And it's by the Bulldogs. It's been a defensive battle here in this one so far. Bulldogs line up for the extra point attempt. Nichols for the Bulldogs. He's a junior. The holder, I believe, is Lefebvre. Takes the snap. The kick is away, and it is no good. So the score, with just about 30 seconds left on the clock in the first half, it's Grangeville 6, St. Mary's nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. And we are back. It is Grangeville 6, St. Mary's 0 with 28 seconds on the clock. The Lumberjacks have all three of their timeouts. Let's see what the Lumberjacks decide to do here with this possession with not much time left. Let's see if they take it into the half or if they maybe try something. Try some sort of some play of obviously in the beginning to see if they get some yardage, and then maybe call a timeout if they get something out of it. Kicking off for the Bulldogs is Dane Lindsley. Back deep for the Lumberjacks is, I believe, Sam Martin and Quentin Ramsey. Nope, it's Jesse Harvey. No, Jesse Harvey is not back. That is Ramsey back deep. And Martin. This kick, it's a low one. It's going to roll up. Harvey's going to pick it up. He's going to bring it to the near side. Tries to see if they can get something. He gets the edge around one tackle. Harvey's down the sideline. Oh, the ball is ripped out. Harvey tries to get back on it. The ball's still loose right here at the 48. And we'll see who the ball comes up with, and it's the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs fall on that. I don't know who recovered it for Grangeville. Lumberjacks had a great return there. Only 17 seconds left. Bulldogs fake the handoff. They're looking to throw. They're going deep. And it's intercepted by Tristan Nelson. Intended receiver was Bruzas. And the interceptor is Nelson. Picks up his third interception of the season. Only 8 seconds left, though, in the half. Lumberjacks, well, they're huddled up like they're maybe planning something here. They take two receivers to the top of the formation, one to the near side. The clock is set, 10 seconds, okay. They reset the clock to 10 seconds. Gibson in the shotgun. He's got Martin flanking him to the near side. Gibson takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Martin. Martin powers into the middle of the line. He's still moving. Picks up several yards, probably about 5 yards on the carry by Martin. And that will be the end of the first half as the Lumberjacks trail the Grangeville Bulldogs by a score of 6-0. Lumberjacks will get the ball to start the second half. We'll take a 3-minute break and we'll come back with a look at the halftime numbers. Next. God. I'm gonna put that frickin' candy bar on. Hey Derek, you want to take over for me? I'm gonna go sit in my warm truck. Ooh, I think we're back. And we are back here in Grangeville. It is halftime. Lumberjacks trailing the Bulldogs 6-0 after a late first half score by Grangeville. And that is it for the game so far. It's been a defensive battle between the two teams with about 18 seconds, no, about 20 seconds left in the first half when Miles Lefebvre ran it in from 2 yards out. The point after was no good. Taking a look at the statistics, we'll start with the Grangeville Bulldogs. They have a total of 92 yards. They've ran 32 total plays. They're only averaging 3 yards per play. They have 3 passing yards, and they're 1 for 5 throwing. They have no touchdowns, 1 interception. Rushing, they have 89 yards on 27 attempts. They're averaging 3 yards per carry. Penalties, that shows 1 for 10 for them. Lumberjacks have 2 for 30 yards, I do believe. There was one that I ended up putting in there before I realized that they were actually picking that flag up. Fumbles lost. St. Mary's has lost 1 fumble. The Bulldogs have thrown 1 interception. let's see here. We've got the punting attempts. Grangeville has 2 for 43 yards. 5 first downs for Grangeville, 5 of them coming from rushing. Third down percentage for the Bulldogs, 2 for 6 for 33%. Fourth down conversions, 1 for 2 for 50. As a team, the Lumberjacks have 79 yards total on 21 plays. They're averaging almost 4 yards per play, which is a yard better than Grangeville. They have 1 completion out of 5 attempts. That completion was 15 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Lumberjacks have 64 yards on the ground. On 16 attempts, they're averaging 4 yards per carry. Like I said, they have, I think, 2 penalties for 30 yards, 1 turnover for the Lumberjacks. Punts for, averaging about 12 yards, 13 yards per punt. And sacks. Lumberjacks have sacked the quarterback once. 4 first downs for St. Mary's. 3 from rushing, 1 from passing. Third down conversion, St. Mary's 1 of 5 for 20%. And no fourth down attempts for the Lumberjacks. Individually, the Lumberjacks, Eli Gibson 1 for 5 passing, 15 yards. Grangeville 1 for 5 for 3 yards rushing. St. Mary's 9 for 4. Gibson has 9 carries for 44 yards. He's averaging about 5 yards per carry. Sam Martin has 5 carries for 22 yards. He's averaging about 4 yards per carry. Quentin Ramsey has 1 yard on 1 carry. Dylan Larson lost 3 yards on his 1 touch for the run game. For the Bulldogs in the run game, Caleb Fry has 10 carries for 38 yards, averaging about 4 yards per carry. Dane Lindsley, 7 carries for 37 yards, 5 yards per carry for him. Miles Lefebvre has 5 carries for 11 yards. Tori Ebert, 3 for 6. Colin Guckner, 1 for 5. Receiving for St. Mary's, Tristan Nelson, 1 catch for 15 yards. For the Bulldogs, Dane Lindsley has 1 catch for 3 yards. And defensively, it doesn't really matter because I know these are not accurate for the tackles and all that. Ethan Kohler does have 1 sack on the game, so we'll go with that. Kicking, Josh Nichols 0 for 1 for field goals. And that's about it as far as the stats go. Let's take a 3-minute break and we'll be back. And we are back. It is halftime. Lumberjacks trail Grangeville by a score of 6-0 at halftime, and it's been a defensive battle and a pretty fun game so far to start with, really. Weather here tonight is actually, I can say it, as it's the best weather that we've had in Grangeville in the last several years for football. And it may be cold and a little breezy, but it's typically been rainy as well, so it's not bad weather, honestly, here this evening. I do want to give a quick shout out if Ron Deary Mouse is listening, as he is under the weather, and we are thinking about him as he is getting better. But we do want to give him a quick shout out, as I think he is on our YouTube stream listening to the game and cheering on the Lumberjacks. And once again, Mouse, we hope that you get to feeling better here pretty soon. Okay, well, I don't have much here for this segment, but really, Lumberjacks need to come out. I mean, they've been able to move the ball, and they've done a good job of moving the ball. Grangeville has done a good job of moving the ball, but the defensive side has stepped things up as well. So this game, I mean, Grangeville is ahead 6-0 right now, but it could break on a big play for either team, and who knows what's going to happen. But the Lumberjacks need to just keep doing what they're doing. I don't think I've seen them, there was some stuff that they were working on in practice this last week, and I haven't seen them really use any of that yet, not too much of it, so we will see what happens in the second half. The Lumberjacks might be waiting until later on to bring out some of that other plays that they have in store, I think, but we'll wait and see what happens. But it's been a good game to this point, and the second half, it'll come down to whoever doesn't make the big mistakes and whoever can get a little bit of traction going, as this has just been a battle here tonight, and it is not unexpected. These two teams always play each other extremely hard, and they're always extremely fun games to watch and to broadcast when it's the Lumberjacks and the Bulldogs. We are about 2 minutes until the second half. We'll be back in 2 minutes. And we are back. Lumberjacks will receive the second half kick to get things going. And the Bulldogs will be kicking off. Lumberjacks trail 6-0 going into the second half in what has been a battle here tonight on the frozen tundra of Grangeville. It's not quite frozen, but it is pretty chilly. We're talking about 46 degrees or so. Feels like it might be about 35-ish. Both teams getting their instructions from their coaches as we get ready to start the second half. The Bulldogs will be kicking off. Dane Lindsley will kick off. Lumberjacks will be going from right to left on the radio dial. They will be going towards they'll be defending the west end zone and going towards the east end zone. Ramsey and Martin back deep for the Lumberjacks. Dane Lindsley getting the ball teed up for Grangeville. Second half action getting ready to get underway here from Grangeville. Have to keep an eye on my extension cord back there. Before the game got underway, I had it unplugged twice, so I've been keeping an eye on it. The whistle and the Bulldogs approach. It's a deep kick. It's going to be picked up by Burris isn't able to get a hold of it, and he's going to be down, it looks like, at the 10-yard line. Have to see if that is where it's at. The ball is on the 15-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Lumberjacks, backed up on their own side of the field. They haven't really had a short field too much this evening, so that has not helped them out. They've only had a fairly short field one time. Two receivers at the top of the formation, one to the near side. Martin in the backfield with Gibson. Gibson looks over his formation, calls for the snap. He's going to keep it. Powers into the middle of that Bulldog defense. They're blocking and carrying the pile. And the Lumberjacks pick up at least, well, it looks like it's only 4 yards on that carry. It seemed like it might have been more than that from here, but it's only 4 yards. 2nd and 6 for the Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks in the huddle. Bulldogs already got their defense up at the line. Nelson comes to the near side for St. Mary's. Far side is Ramsey and Harvey. Ramsey's in the slot. Gibson in the shotgun, flanked by Martin. Takes the snap. It's low. He's able to scoop it up. He's looking to throw now. Instead, he's going to take it and run and get what he can out of a busted play. I think he picked up a yard or two on the busted play. 3rd down and about 4 for St. Mary's. One thing Lumberjacks do not want to do is go 3 and out here in their first series of the second half. Lumberjacks break the huddle. Same formation. Harvey and Ramsey to the top of the formation. Nelson to the near side. Gibson in the backfield. Shotgun with Martin flanking him. Takes a snap. Looking to throw. It's a quick little throw out to Nelson. Nelson dodges a couple of tacklers, and he's going to power forward, and I think he's got the first down by a few yards. I thought Nelson was going to be tackled for a loss there, or at least short of the first down. But he danced around and evaded a couple of tacklers and got up to the first down marker a little bit beyond. 1st and 10, and actually that ball is all the way up to the 34. Bigger gain than what I thought. 1st and 10 from the 34, their own 34. Two receivers top of the formation. Nelson to the near side. Gibson shotgun with Martin in the backfield. Gibson looking over. Takes the snap. Quick throw to Ramsey. Ramsey has got a little bit of room to run. Looks like he's going to pick up about 5. Second and 5 for the Lumberjacks. Personnel change for the Jacks on offense as Ramsey and Harvey come off. Lumberjacks up the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're lining up in the wedge. 2nd and 5. Second, actually, maybe 4. Gibson adjusting his guys, getting them where they need to be. Takes the snap. And they're not really going to push that pile very far. Third and about 4 for the Lumberjacks. Still on their own side of the field, ball on the 40-yard line. A change of personnel once again. Ramsey heads back out onto the field for the Jacks. Two receivers top of the formation, one to the near side. Gibson in the shotgun, empty backfield. Calls for motion, takes a snap. It's a pitch to Larson, but that was a little shovel pass, and it just doesn't go anywhere. I think the blocking was not there. Loss of about 2 or 3 yards. So Lumberjacks get 1 first down. Now they have to punt the ball away. They switched. They've got Jared Badgett out there for punting this time. Miles Lefebvre back to receive. He's waiting at the 20, nope, up to the 30 now. Badgett with the punt, a nice booming punt to the sideline, and that's going to go out of bounds. They're going to mark it out at the 30. Nope, he's going to mark it out at the 36-yard line, it looks like. 7:39 to go in the third quarter. St. Mary's trails 6-0 to the Bulldogs. They start 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. One receiver to the near side for the Bulldogs. The snap, they're going to hand it off to Fry. Fry gets tripped up after a short gain, tripped up by Sam Martin. I'm going to give him a gain of 3. Bulldogs quickly up the line of scrimmage. They go back to their hurry-up offense. The snap, they're going to go with the reverse, and there's some room to run this time for Ebert. Lumberjacks trying to strip it out, but they can't do it. Ebert takes the ball to the 45, I do believe. Actually, yeah, I think it's up to the 49-yard line, actually. The snap. Bulldogs looking to run it up the middle again. And another gain of about 3 or 4. On the carry was Lindsley. Second and about 6 for the Bulldogs. One receiver top of the formation. The snap, Lefebvre fakes it, and he's sacked by Dylan Larson. Larson blows through the line and gets to Lefebvre. That ball is back to the 3rd and 11 for the Bulldogs. One receiver top of the formation. Lefebvre takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and Lumberjacks almost had him again. Instead, he makes a nice little run, dives over a Lumberjack tackler. He's just short of the first down. Fourth and 2. The ball on the 42. 4th and short for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs getting their play from the sideline. One receiver to the near side. The snap, they're going to hand it off, and powering through is Caleb Fry. He gains about 3 yards. First and 10 for Grangeville, down to the 40-yard line. Back to the line of scrimmage quickly. One receiver to the top of the formation, and we get a oh, that's offsides on St. Mary's. I thought it was going to be a false start, but it was Lumberjacks jumping offsides. 1st and 5 for Grangeville, up to the 35 of St. Mary's. Bulldogs up to the line of scrimmage. One receiver to the top of the formation. That is Bruzes. I formation. They're going to fake the handoff. They're looking to throw. They're going to go deep. And it's picked off by Badgett, but it's going to be pass interference. Badgett gave him a little push in the back. Badgett made contact back there. First down for the Bulldogs, down to the 20 after that penalty. And the Bulldogs up to the line of scrimmage. They've got the snap, the handoff to Fry. Fry finds an opening before he's met by a couple of Lumberjacks. Second and 4 after a 6-yard pickup. And we got a whistle. And looks like they're sending Ramsey off for some reason. Maybe he's got an equipment malfunction, I'm not sure. Or maybe he was shaken up for a minute, so they've got to get him off. He's got to leave for one play. Second and 4 for the Bulldogs, deep in St. Mary's territory on the 14-yard line. The snap, the handoff up the middle. I believe it was Lindsley. Lindsley carries it for a few. The 3rd and about 1 for Grangeville. Bulldogs quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Lefebvre checking his play, looking over to the sideline, gets some more instruction, takes a snap, hands it off to Lindsley, and Lindsley powers forward. A late flag comes in. Looks like he picked up a few, probably enough for the first down, but we do have a penalty. Don't know what the call is yet. Nope, they're going to wave the flag off. So it's first down for the Bulldogs. So it's 1st and 10 from the 7. The Bulldogs run it again, trying to go off the tackle to the near side. They pick up maybe a couple yards as they run it with Fry again. Caleb Fry said in the pregame is their workhorse. And the ball down to the 6-yard line. 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Lefebvre trying to get outside, and he's able to do so and just squeak into the far side of the end zone. Bulldogs touchdown on the run to the far side. I think I've seen that play against Grangeville where they're against Orofino where they roll out that to the far side, and they were able to get St. Mary's on that one. The score, waiting for the extra point attempt, is Grangeville 12, St. Mary's 0. We were 2:57 to go in the 3rd quarter. Bulldogs line up for the extra. Now they're going to go for 2. Under center's Lefebvre. He takes the snap, hands it off to Fry, who tries to cut to the outside, and he's going to walk it in. So the Bulldogs are up 14-0 over the Lumberjacks. Late third quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute. Back deep for the Lumberjacks is Ramsey and Martin. Back deep for the Lumberjacks is Ramsey and Martin. Lindsley to kick off. Bulldogs up 14-0. Kick is deep. It's going to take a bounce. Burris picks it up, or Ramsey picks it up. Takes a little while to pick it up. I don't really know why he took so long, but he finds the edge. Kicks in the after Burris. Oh, a late flag, and I don't know. I don't agree with. I see nothing on that, but I think St. Mary's going to get called for something because that's the way it usually goes. That's going to come back, even though I did not see anything that happened. They called something against the Lumberjacks, and I see no hold, I see no block in the back, I see nothing on that. And Sam Martin comes off a little hobbled. Hopefully he is okay as he gets to the sideline. Where are they going to place this ball? Ball is at the 28-yard line. I'm going to call it a block in the back, even though I don't know if that's true. Cancel. Lumberjacks have it. 1st and 10 on their 28. 2:45 to go. Gibson calls for the snap and takes it himself and picks up a few. Gain of 2 by Gibson. Lumberjacks in the huddle. Lumberjacks break huddle up the line of scrimmage. We've got 2 receivers to the far side of the formation. 1 to the near side. Gibson has Larson in the backfield with him. The snap. Gibson has some time. Now he's looking to scramble. Now he dumps it. Oh, it's topped up in the air, and it's incomplete, intended for Sean Elliott. It was batted up in the air by the Bulldogs. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. Third and 8 for the Lumberjacks from the 28-yard line, their own 28. A little personnel change as the Jacks send in, I think it was Elliott went into the game. Gibson in the shotgun, empty backfield. 4 wide receivers. Gibson takes a snap. He's going to look to throw. He's pressured. He can't get away from it. Punting unit goes out for Lumberjacks after the big sack by Grangeville. Badgett will punt for St. Mary's. Lumberjacks short one person out there. Badgett calls for the snap, gets a good one, gets the punt away, and it's a beauty. That thing takes a bounce and it rolls all the way to the 35. And he's gonna have a flag thrown on the Bulldogs on probably an illegal block. The runner was Lefebvre. Beauty of a punt by Badgett. Block in the back on Grangeville. That ball is all the way back at the 25. 40 seconds to go in the third. The snap, the run, they find Fry dancing around. He's going to be brought down by Dylan Larson for a short gain. Call it a gain of 4. Brings up 2nd and 6 with 20 seconds left in the third. Bulldogs up 14-0 over the Lumberjacks. Bulldogs trying to get their play in. 10 seconds. One receiver top of the formation. Lefebvre takes a snap. The ball is on the ground, I think, and the Bulldogs fall on it. And that'll bring up 3rd and 5 when we start the fourth quarter. With that, we'll be back in 30 seconds. And we are back. It is going to be 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs down on their own, on the on their own 30-yard line. Lumberjacks running out of time here as they trail by 14-0. They need to get a stop and get points on the board. Bulldogs taking a little bit too much time to get out of their huddle. They are finally headed down to the side of the field they need to be on. Bulldogs have one receiver to the near side. I formation for the running backs lined up behind Lefebvre, who's under center. Takes a snap, hands off to far. No, I don't know who they handed that off to, but they lost plenty of yards. I think it might have been a reverse even or something, trying some trickeration there as it was. It was handed off on a reverse to Torrey Ebert, and he lost several yards. At least all the way back for 4th and 10. So the Bulldogs will punt. The snap, the punt is away. It's going to be a short one. It's going to roll all the way back, and Ramsey recovers it at the 15 as they say he touched it. And the Bulldogs were trying to get on that thing, and Ramsey was luckily able to get on it and recover it after, I guess, he had touched it. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Lumberjacks, back to the 15, their own 15-yard line. Lumberjacks break the huddle. 1 receiver, 2 receivers near side. 1 to the far side. Gibson, empty backfield. Calls motion, takes the snap, and he's going to keep it himself. Finds a hole, and he's going to be brought down by Caleb Fry after about a 5 or 6 yard gain. A pretty big hole opened up, but Fry got in there to fill that up and be able to keep it from a big gain. It's about a 7-yard pickup for Gibson. Maybe 8, 2nd and 2. St. Mary's going to have to probably go up tempo here a little bit. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the top of the formation. Jared Badgett up at the top. Gibson calls for motion, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, powers forward again. Gibson picks up a few. They say no gain? No gain. Brings up 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2 for the Lumberjacks. 10-16 to go. Lumberjacks trail the Bulldogs 14-0 in the second half. Lumberjacks break the huddle. They've got 2 receivers near side, 1 to the top of the formation once again. Gibson, empty backfield. Takes the snap. It's a high snap over Gibson's head. He's going to try to fall on it, try to make something happen, but he can't. He just couldn't do anything with it. Just a few too many miscues here tonight for the Lumberjacks. Fourth down all the way back to the 5. So Lumberjacks will punt. Personnel, got to get the right amount of personnel out on the field for the Jacks. Badgett to punt from his own end zone. He gets a pretty good punt away. It'll take a Bulldog bounce, and it'll be downed. Is that inside the 30? That was only out. That punt was only out to the 21. 8:51 to go. Bulldogs break the huddle up to the line of scrimmage. 1 receiver to the near side, 1 empty to the far side. I formation. They hand it off to Fry. He takes the far side of the line, picks up a few. Five-yard gain by Caleb Fry. Lumberjacks have not been able to get much going here in the second half. Bulldogs get their instruction from the coach. Break the huddle up to the line of scrimmage. 8:20 and counting in the fourth. Lumberjacks trail 14-0. 1 receiver near side. The snap, hands it off to Fry. Fry takes it off tackle on the far side and finds some room to run. He's tackled by Ramsey. 1st and goal down to the 5. Bulldogs threatening again deep in St. Mary's territory. Lumberjacks have battled hard. Again, same direction on that handoff, and Caleb Fry reaches it out there, and sticks it over the goal line. It's a touchdown for the Bulldogs. And there's looks like an injured player down for Grangeville. And while they check him out, let's step away. We'll be back in 1 minute. And they get the injured Bulldog up and off the side. They're going to try the extra point. Josh Nichols, the hold. The kick is up, and that one is good. The score is 21-0 in favor of Grangeville, and we will be back in 30 seconds. And we are back. Lumberjacks trail 21-0 with just under 8 minutes left. In the game. Lumberjacks have been stymied here in the second half, not able to get anything going. They've actually lost yardage from their first half total, so it's not been the second half for the Lumberjacks that they would like. There's been some miscues and some mistakes that have hurt them, and some penalties. Kicking off will be Lindsley. Back deep for the Lumberjacks is Ramsey and Martin. Lindsay lines up. The kick is a low line drive. It's going to be picked up by Martin. Martin brings it to the near side. He's got to try to make one guy miss, but he's trying to put a foot in the ground and get turned upfield, but he's going to slide down. Takes that back up to about they say only the 17-yard line. 7:48 to go in the contest. Lumberjacks up to the line of scrimmage. They've got one receiver to the near side, two to the top of the formation. Martin lined up in the backfield with Gibson. Looking at their wristbands to see what the play is. Gibson takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Short gain for the Lumberjacks. About a 3-yard pickup for Gibson. Lumberjacks hurrying it up a little bit, trying to get their play call. Gibson gives the play, takes the snap. It's a little high, and I don't know what exactly happens there. That was a busted play in the backfield. It was, I think, a reverse, but the snap was high, and it threw everything off there. Third and 9 for the Lumberjacks. 3rd and 18. There we go. I thought it was further than that. Gibson takes a snap. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to roll. Throws it. There's a flag that comes in. Thought I heard somebody say a late hit. Ineligible receiver. Another interesting call against the Lumberjacks. I don't know if it was completed or not. I think it might have been a completed pass, but they're going to back them up. I think they're going to take the penalty, which it would have been fourth. The penalty is declined. It was caught it was a completed pass. I believe it was to Ramsey. Who picked up a few yards. Now it's going to be a timeout by the Lumberjacks with 6:39 to go. It is 4th down and 6 on the 22-yard line for St. Mary's. So I don't know if Lumberjacks will think about going for it here with 6:39 to go. And they don't have much to lose here. They're down by 3 scores. Look, I think Coach Teft is out there talking to them, and they're trying to get something maybe planned here late in the game. 6:39 to go. Bulldogs lead 21-0. The winner of this game goes on to the state playoffs, and the loser will be headed to basketball practice, which after the weird way this football season has been. Lumberjacks break the huddle, headed up to the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and 6. Like I said, they don't have nothing to lose here. They're already down by 3 scores. They see if they can snatch a little bit of momentum here and at least make some excitement. One receiver to the far side, that's Nelson. We've got 2 receivers to the near side. Gibson has Martin in the backfield with him as they're still waiting for the ready to play, I think. I think the Bulldogs were thinking that if they declined the penalty and went to 4th down, that St. Mary's wouldn't go for it. They'd punt it, but I don't know what we're waiting for still. Everybody's standing around. Now we're ready. Gibson in the shotgun. Takes the snap, fakes the pass, or fakes the handoff, and throws it to Larson, who's wide open. And Dylan Larson can't get to the sticks. He had it was a good look. And Larson was able to rumble forward and pick up a few, but he could not get there. Ball goes over to the Bulldogs with 6:29 to go in the 4th quarter. Bulldogs lead. Bulldogs deep on Lumberjack side of the field. Ball at the 24-yard line. Bulldogs up the line of scrimmage. Same formation they've ran pretty much all night. The snap, they're going to hand it off to Fry. Fry finds some room. Powers forward. Another nice run by Fry. The Bulldogs like to just wear a team out by running at you the whole time right up the middle. They basically know what they're going to do. You just got to find a way to stop them. Same formation for the Bulldogs. Lefebvre takes a snap, hands off this time to Lindsley to the near side. Lindsay Lee picks up a couple. So it says 3rd and 1 for the Bulldogs. The snap, and this time they try a little bit of trickeration, but it's going to be a tackle in the backfield, like on a reverse. It was pitched out to Ebert, and he lost yardage. Looks like he lost at least 2 yards. 4th and 3 is what they say. But it looks like more 4. Bulldogs are going to go for it. They hand it off to Gochner the other way. And I think he's going to be just maybe short of the line to gain. So the Bulldogs turn it over on downs with 5:13 to go. Lumberjack offense back out on the field. They'll take it over. 1st and 10 on their own 15-yard line. Lumberjacks in the huddle. Finish this game up on some positives here. See if Lumberjacks can get this ball moved down the field. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. The second half has not been going the way the Lumberjacks would like. It's been all Bulldogs as far as offense goes. The snap. Gibson looks to throw. He's going to be flushed. He's looking to throw. He's going to throw it over the middle. It's tipped up, intended for Dylan Larson, just off his fingertips. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Lumberjacks in their huddle. They break the huddle up to the line of scrimmage. Two receivers near side, 1 to the top of the formation. Gibson calls for the snap. It's a quick throw. Oh, it's right off the fingertips of Ramsey and bumped up into the air. Incomplete. .5:02 to go. 3rd and 10 for the Lumberjacks, backed up on their own 15-yard line. Lumberjacks bring 1 receiver to the near side, 2 to the top of the formation. 3rd and 10. Martin in the backfield. The snap to Gibson. He's going to hand it off to Martin. Martin shakes off a couple of tacklers and keeps powering forward. He's going to pick up the 1st down. What a nice power run by the senior Sam Martin. That ball gets up to the 32-yard line on a 17-yard gain by Sam Martin. That's the power that we've used to see, and that's what it's just been an uncharacteristic game. I know the Lumberjacks have only played 3 so far, but it's been just kind of an uncharacteristic game for them. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the top of the formation. Gibson in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to look to throw. He's going to go over the top to Ramsey, and it was up there. It was just off. It was a little bit overthrown. He had a chance at it to go up and grab it, just out of his reach. And the passing game has been rough for Lumberjacks tonight. 4:46 to go. 2nd and 10 for the Lumberjacks. 1 receiver to the near side, 2 to the top of the formation. Gibson calls for the snap. Oh, actually, he jumps the Bulldogs, gets the Bulldogs off sides, I believe. Whoa. That'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Lumberjacks, so kind of makes it as if that one pass was caught for 5 yards. Lumberjacks bring it up to the line of scrimmage. 1 to the near side for wide receivers. That's Tristan Nelson. Top of the formation is Harvey and Ramsey. Gibson shotgun with Martin in the backfield. Gibson takes a look over the formation. Now the snap. He's going to throw a quick throw out to Ramsey. Ramsey has to try to break 1 tackle, but he can't do it. He's going to be about a 1-yard pickup. as the Bulldogs are just powering to the ball. So it's 3rd and 4 for the Lumberjacks. One receiver near side, 2 to the top of the formation. Gibson takes the snap, hands it off. No, he keeps it himself, powers forward, and he's going to be just short of the first down. It'll be 4th and short for the Lumberjacks. It'll be 4th and about 1 yard to go. Larson comes in for the Lumberjacks. 3:55 and counting. Lumberjacks break the huddle up to the line of scrimmage. One receiver near side, 2 to the top of the formation. Lumberjacks need 1 yard to keep the drive alive. Gibson calls for the snap. Nope. Now he calls for the snap. A little bit high, hands it off to Martin, and I believe Martin's got just enough for the first down. First down, Lumberjacks. Ball at the 44-yard line, roughly, 43, 44. 3.5 minutes to go. One receiver to the near side, 2 to the top of the formation. Gibson looks over the formation, calls for the snap. He's going to throw it deep, looking for Harvey, and he makes the catch on the sideline. Down to, I believe, the 35. The 32-yard line. 25-yard catch by Harvey. Lumberjacks break the huddle, up the line of scrimmage, 3 minutes to go. 2 receivers top of the formation, 1 to the near side. Gibson calls for the snap, takes it, going to hand it off. It's going to be Martin. Martin finds a lane, still on his feet. Finally taken down after about a 8-9 yard gain. I'm going to call it a 9-yard gain by Martin. 2nd and 1. This time they flip the formation. You've got one receiver top of the formation, 2 to the near side. Gibson takes a snap. He's going to look to throw. A quick throw to Ramsey or to Burris, and Burris gets planted, and there was a flag, it looks like, on the sideline over there, and that was a kind of a late hit as that ball was way already. They're going to call holding on Grangeville on the other side. It's a first down for the Lumberjacks on a defensive holding on Grangeville. The ball is all the way to the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Lumberjacks on the Bulldog 13 with 2.5 to go. 2 receivers top of the formation. Gibson takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself, and he picks up a couple before being brought down. Lumberjacks trying to kind of speed up that offense. They are huddling up at the moment. 2 minutes to go. 2nd and 8 for the Lumberjacks. Again, 2 receivers top of the formation. Ramsey in the slot, Harvey on the outside, Nelson to the near side. Gibson takes the snap, keeps it again. He's going to find a little bit of a crease, pick up about 3 or 4 more yards. Third and about 6. Two receivers to the top of the formation again for St. Mary's. Nelson comes to the near side. Gibson has Martin flanking him to the near side, takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He's going to escape some pressure, runs to the outside, and he's going to lower his shoulder over a defender on the scramble. fourth down. It's got to be fourth and short. 4th and 1. And now timeout by the Bulldogs with 46 seconds left. 4th and about 1 for the Lumberjacks on the 2-yard line. Lumberjacks with 1 yard can get the first down, 2 yards can get into the end zone here to try to wrap this game up on a positive note for the Jacks, as it's been a tough second half for them. Both teams with their coaches. Once again, the Lumberjack girls lost this morning in volleyball against Melba. They lost in 3 sets in the early game, and then they were playing in the consolation side this evening, and they lost in 4 sets, ending their trip to the state tournament. They battled pretty hard in that second match as well. Just couldn't quite get the wins they needed to keep going. So the Lumberjack girls are probably going to be headed back tomorrow. I don't think they'd head back tonight, but you never know. Lumberjacks have the swinging gate formation for the Lumberjacks, as Tristan Bulldogs confused what to do on defense here. The snap, Gibson's going to dump it over the top to Tristan Nelson, and the pass is complete. That little trickery there catches everybody off guard. Grayson Sands comes out to try the extra point here at the end. 42 seconds left. And the Bulldogs' defense was thoroughly confused on that formation. The ball was on the near hash mark. The whole Lumberjack offensive line was on the far hash mark. And you only had Nelson and Eli Gibson basically with the ball on the near side. So the Bulldog defense was really kind of thrown off. The hold by Sean Elliott, and the kick is through by Grayson Sands, and it is 7 for St. Mary's, 21 for Grangeville. 42 seconds left. Let's see, Lumberjacks will probably try an onside or something here just to try to steal something away, just to make for an exciting finish at least. And the best drive of the night was that one for the Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks special teams unit, kickoff units huddled up with Coach Rouse. Lumberjacks had it out. Lumberjacks out for the kickoff. Grayson Sands will tee it up at the 40. It is cold. It feels like the temperature has just dropped. No breeze, but it is definitely chilly. Chilly might be an understatement. Sands tees the ball up. Lines up the Lumberjacks, ready for the kickoff, waiting for the whistle. There it is. Grayson approaches it. Nice little kick there, and I think the Lumberjacks recover it. There is a flag. That went 10 yards, so they cannot call that. I think they're gonna try to call he touched it before 10 yards, but he caught that at about the 49. Okay, I think they waved the flag off because Tristan Nelson did not touch that ball until they got it right past the 50-yard line. It was a great kick by great kick by Grayson Sands. And the Lumberjacks have the ball with 38 seconds. They may not win the game, but they're going to go down fighting here. 4 wide receivers set, empty backfield. Gibson takes the snap, looking to throw. He's going to go deep. He's going for Ramsey, and Ramsey's going to slip down. The crowd looking for a flag, but good no call, I believe. They just slipped down out there. Incomplete. Lumberjacks break the huddle. This time they go with a 3 receiver set. 1 to the top of the formation. That's Nelson. 2 to the bottom. That's Ramsey and Harvey. Ramsey in the slot. Gibson calls for the snap. Fakes the handoff. He's going to roll. He's going to throw it to Elliott, and it's that play the Lumberjacks have been trying, but that was that screen, but it just didn't go anywhere. We get a timeout taken by the Lumberjacks. I said a loss of 2. That was a rollout play. The Lumberjacks practiced in this week, and the Bulldogs didn't quite buy out. The one defender did stay over on that one side. What that was designed to do was hopefully to get the whole. Eli didn't quite roll out far enough either, but to really get that defense to suck this way away from the play. But it was still a good attempt there. 21 seconds, 3rd and 12 for the Lumberjacks. What a battle we've had here. Lumberjacks have taken a timeout. The score does not really show the battle that we have had, as it has been a hard-fought game on both sides of the ball for both teams. 3rd and 12 for the Lumberjacks. 4 wide receivers set. Empty backfield. 21 seconds. Gibson looking over the defense. Takes a snap. He's looking. He's going to go deep to Harvey. And the catch. Oh! It's just off of the number. He just can't hold on to it. I thought Harvey was going to catch that in the traffic. Good defense as well by the Bulldog defender. That ball still hit Harvey right in the chest just about. Back to that same formation, 4 wide receivers, 4th down and 12. 14 seconds. Gibson takes the snap. He's going to look to throw, same way, going to Harvey again. This time it's tipped away at the last second. The defender was Cantner for the Bulldogs. And again, it was a great throw by Gibson and just great coverage as well. Anybody could have came up with that. That Bulldog defender just able to stick that hand out there and get it in the way. Turnover on downs for the Lumberjacks with 7 seconds left on the clock. Bulldogs will probably just take a knee here. You know, the team is cheering them on and getting them to hit somebody, but they can't hit nobody when it's just a kneel down. So the Bulldogs will win 21-7 here tonight. Lumberjacks will have to go home and get ready for the basketball season, and the Bulldogs will be going on to the state playoffs. Good luck to the Bulldogs in the state playoffs. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up here. I'm not going to take a break. We're going to go ahead and go through some numbers here. As the scoring went like this, the Bulldogs, Miles Lefebvre ran it for 2 yards in the end of the first half for a score for the Bulldogs. And then it was actually Miles Lefebvre for 6 yards in the 3rd quarter. And then Caleb Fry had a run for 5 yards for a touchdown in the 4th quarter. And Eli Gibson for the Lumberjacks completed the pass to Tristan Nelson for the Lumberjacks' lone score. Taking a look at the stats, they actually ended up fairly close thanks to the last little bit by the Lumberjacks in the last in the fourth quarter, really. The Lumberjacks ended up with 159 yards of total offense. The Bulldogs with 167. The Grangeville Bulldogs and Lumberjacks ran close to the same amount of plays, 55 for St. Mary's, 53 for Grangeville. Neither team had a barn burner day in their yards per play. Only 3 yards for St. Mary's, 3 yards for Grangeville. The Lumberjacks mustered up 59 yards passing. Grangeville with just 3. Rushing yards, St. Mary's with 100, the Bulldogs with 164. The Lumberjacks averaged 3 yards per carry, the Bulldogs just about 3.5. Let's see here. Turnovers, fumbles. The Lumberjacks lost 1 fumble, and the Bulldogs threw 1 interception. The Lumberjacks had 10 first downs, the Bulldogs with 12. Conversions, the Lumberjacks were 4 of 14 for 29%. The Bulldogs were 4 of 10 for 40%. Fourth down conversions, Lumberjacks 2 for 4, and the Bulldogs 2 for 4. Passing, Eli Gibson 9 of 21 for 59 yards and a touchdown. Miles Lefebvre had 1 completion for 3 yards out of 5 attempts. He threw an interception. Rushing, Gibson had 22 carries for 65 yards. Sam Martin had 8 for 50. Quentin Ramsey had 1 for 1. For Grangeville, running the ball, it was Caleb Fry with 19 carries and 83 yards. Dane Lindsley finished with 47 yards. Miles Lefebvre had 24 yards. Torrey Ebert with 10. And Colin Gochner had 7. Receiving, Jesse Harvey had 1 for 25 yards. Tristan Nelson had 3 for 23 and a touchdown. Quentin Ramsey had 3 for 10. Dylan Larson 1 for 3. Grangeville receiving, Dane Lindsley 1 for 3. And that is it for those stats. So that's going to finish things up. That's going to finish up the football season and the fall sports season for the Lumberjacks. Like I said, they will all be prepping for the basketball season, and we'll let you know when the first game is for that. For now, though, we're going to go ahead and wish everybody a great night. Have a safe Halloween tomorrow, and we'll see you on our next Lumberjack broadcast as soon as we know when that is for some Lumberjack basketball. For Sandra back at the studio, I'm Tim Parrish. Have a great evening.